Hey guys, this is Arnold98 and welcome to my instructions video for Transformers Age of Extinction Drift. It is one little treat I have for 2016, but not my last video, so I hope you enjoy. Anyways, yeah, I won't be doing too many instructions videos for a while after this guy, because I'm busy with stuff. I'll explain it at the end of this video, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, this won't be my final video of the year. I'll try to make a top 5 like bonus video, year wrap up thing. Hope I'll make that video short too. And yeah, so this should probably be my 6th instruction video for now, made this year. I only plan to make instructions for being crosshairs to do the college, but I managed to make Lockdown and this guy, so yeah, it's a bit of a bonus. Anyways, yeah, I got a lot of requests for this guy, and he only came 2nd place for my voting thing, but despite that, he isn't a very good figure in my opinion. Yeah, I would kind of say he's kind of like the worst of Age of Extinction made so far, just because everything else has been so good. Like, this guy's really like tricky and like fragile, and tricky because he's actually fragile, not actually complicated like Lockdown. Just like parts don't hold together too well due to his size, and he has a really very like hard to do like design. Anyways, despite this, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to, as always, make sure to give credit to me how you build him. And yeah, let's get started with the parts. Alright, so here are the non-black pieces and mainly essential pieces. Let's have the tires. You need 4 tires, the usual ones for my other Transformers. For ball joints, you need 5-ish, 6-ish pairs, I think. Yeah, not too much, a bit more than my other ones. Not that intense. Some gold, pearl gold pieces. Add some accent and a bunch of studs for the headlights and the front lights. And pretty much self-explanatory. And in the back here, you have 2 of these. You need 2 of these just with 1 stud, and you also need 2 of these with 2 studs on them. And yeah, these are all cheese slopes here. You need 6 of them. 2 of these brackets. 1 of these bar pieces. 2 of these longer ones. Yeah, you'll see everything well. And these are the slope pieces here. And you also need 1 double one, like the bow piece. And these are just single stud snot pieces. Yeah. Alright, that should be it. Time to move on to the black pieces. Yeah, so hope you can see everything clearly. Black doesn't show up too well on my camera, and anyways, yeah, lots of parts here. Start with the side. You have 2 of these headlamp things, 2 clips, 5 clips. You get a bunch of these bar pieces and a bunch of these 1x2s. This piece here is one of these pieces of the hole at the end, yeah. And 1 arm. Whoops. And a 2x4 big plate. And 2 of these pieces. They have, it's not pieces, they have 2 studs in each side. You need 2 of them. 1 like Travis brick for the head. 4 of these, just regular 1 stud, and you also need 2 of these, so 1 with the recessed stud here. And yeah, bunch of cheese slopes, clips. You need 4 of these. Not 4, 6 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More of these. You need 5 grill pieces. These things. And these are 1x3 tiles. It's so hard to point out and look at the camera at the same time to make sure I'm not blocking anything. And you need these 2 double curved slopes, yeah, as well as 2 single ones and 2 bigger ones, and just 2 regular slopes here, 2 double cheese slopes, longer versions, and these hinges. Yeah, that should be it. Now, let's put everything together. Obviously, you need to pay attention to mirrored parts again, and I hope you can see everything clearly, because black isn't a very good color to film, especially when things are moving. It's hard on the lighting and stuff. So if you have any questions, just comment below. And one thing I did mess up a bit. This black 1x2 plate and this bar piece should be flipped, because before I had this part in here and this part down here, so you should swap them. Well, that's simple enough, yeah. Alright, let's get started. Lower torso, upper torso, and head. Clip together here, right there. There. And everything should be nice and compacted on the side. Now for the legs, the stud should be facing backwards on his legs for the lower part. And his actual feet, they just tab right into here. It's funny saying tab, but they're Legos, and Legos tab in many ways. So whatever. I don't think it's even tabbing. And now for the leg kibble, you fold this section in, if you haven't done so already, and you angle it out a tiny bit. This bottom corner stud will go into here. Here you go, one. Straighten out the legs a bit more. You fold this in and take it out a tiny bit. There you go. This big blocky and kibbly feet. Now his arms, these ball joints here tab right into the socket here. It's a weird point, but they're meant to like rotate up here, and that's kind of just for transformation. Tab right here. And now last is his back kibble. They tab in, you see like those clips in the two bars here. Tab together. Click together. Yeah, I think it's click, not tab. And you can fold this back. And this section here between the droid arms, where the bar is where this arm is going to stick in. Now I can just pull the arms further apart. This is new on this version. This part will tab into here, because before it was just held in by friction and it made them a bit more unstable. Leave this flap up, and this section should just rotate down. You fold these mirrors in, and then bring the arms back together as close as you could get them to the body. There you go, there's Drift in robot mode. And for his weapons, his mini sword, daggers. They're funny because they're daggers, but in Lego minifigures they're actually just regular swords. And his head right on the back. Of course this is parts forming, but it's fine. Because the toy also has you required to take them out. Well, the whole like area it stands on is kind of parts forming. Yeah, it's bad. But that's the best I could do. And then you give him his swords. There you go. Now, let's get to my least favorite part of this video. Transformation back into vehicle mode. Not because it's like fidgety and you need to squeeze things in the lockdown. Simply because it's fragile. This guy is pretty much the same transformation level as Crosshairs and Bumblebee. I think this might even be easier, but it's just that things keep on falling apart. First you bring down the armor pieces, so they lay flat against his arms, and you straighten the arms out. Then for now you can pull the arms as far as they can go. Untab the back section, fold it back. The windshield just came off, yep. Let me sure I could reinforce these points, but this is the best I could do back in late 2015. You rotate it around just like the Deluxe, and then you gotta straighten out everything. Just keep pulling and pulling, and then the head will fold back into this kind of cavity here. It won't be a perfect like 90-degree fit, but it'll work. Then you take the entire arm section, the backpack section, and it will fold over the entire body, and only the middle should be showing. You take the mirrors, fold them up, fold them up. I want to deal with the legs next. The front should be pretty much done. This part is a bit annoying. You gotta swing this back all the way around, unfold this, and this part should go here. Same with the other side. You kind of have to wiggle it around. It's on 2 sets of like hinges. They're not really hinges. It's based on stud friction, which is probably really fragile compared to hinges and ball joints. Fold this section out. That'll become the side windows. Fold this in so it's like 90 degrees, and then this section will fold up. There you go. And then you can fold the bumpers back into their natural position. And then for the legs, you gotta fold the side armor in. Good thing I made these much smaller than those. I used to use 2x2 round tile plates, and that would get in the way of articulation way too much. Fold this up, and you'll see another set of hinges right here, and that will fold down. God, this part was so annoying to make. I did this leg extension, and of course there's some clearance issues. That should sit right there. They just sit roughly parallel to the the side mirrors and that part hanging off of it. Once again, you rotate this around. This is pretty traditional for most of my transformers, at least the small ones. Fold this section up as far as it could go, and then fold this section in. I think you can fold this down for now. It makes it easier. Now these 2 sections should meet. There's no tabbing, because tabbing would make it really hard to pull apart and probably break the figure every time I transform it. And this section rolls up. What? Clearance issues. I'll just fold this down for now. And this section will just, on this ball joint, you make sure it goes as far in as possible and should sit parallel to that. The tile here should line up almost perfectly with this section here, the front of the car. That fell off. Keep tabbing it. And then this section, oh boy. You rotate this down. Oh, the arm, okay. Just push these together. Everything should roughly kind of look really, like straight. And then you put this section back where it was. And this section folds down. And then you just straighten out the side mirrors. Oh, this part comes off. Not bad, not as many pieces falling off as I thought. And then last but not least, you take the top section on this droid arm. It should fit directly there, and this section should fold. What's going on? Fold back. Yep. Guess that's as far as it goes for now. There you go, there's Drift into his Bugatti mode. And he got a lot of criticism saying this doesn't look too much like a Bugatti, but this is the best I could do. You definitely should try to. You could try to improve on this, I guess, using Legos have new arches and curves out, I think, by now. And there you go, Bugatti mode. Yeah, you see all the trouble I had making just to make him into a Bugatti, and yeah, he's definitely not going to turn into a very good helicopter from here. Yeah, but there you go, Bugatti mode. No weapon storage, so he just leaves the weapons on the side. Yeah, anyways, this should probably be it for this video. If you have any questions, comment below. I know the black parts have been pretty hard to see on camera. Yeah, and some retool ideas, I don't know. Drift comes in a wide variety of colors. You can do a lot of things. You can make him to his RID colors, orange and black. Or you could try to go for IDW, red and white. Or you could try to make him into the Last Night version, which I probably won't do. I probably might want to start from scratch, or mostly from scratch. It's really hard to make I don't know, he's much different now. He's a Mercedes instead of a Bugatti, and yeah. But I guess it's still kind of possible. Yeah. And anyways, my last instruction video for a while. That's because when I'm at home from college, I want to spend time making new Transformers instead of making instructions videos. But at the same time, when I get back to college, I probably might take a longer break because the year's getting harder and stuff, and I don't really want to spend too much time on my Transformers and Legos and stuff. And by the time being, in my scheduled next instruction video is supposed to be Kickback and Western Star Prime, maybe Hound. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure when I'll get to them. It might be a really long time though, so I really apologize for that. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this instructions videos, and yeah, I have one more video for 2016. That's my top 5 Lego Transformers, and it's a kind of reflection wrap-up thing. It'll be cool, hopefully short. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys later.